No meeting, he was so excited. All that man stuff was going on. Exactly, it was that, chainsaws, cool. Yeah, it wasn't very full, we went there early, like 10:30, 11:15, and it wasn't too full, but they had a good setup though, they had good music, and they had several, one truck I didn't know, the kitchen, I don't know if I know that food truck. The kitchen, and they had crab cakes and teriyaki chicken, they had good food. And then they had the little Mexican food one, taqueria, yeah. And then they had the coffee dude, the Holy Cross coffee one, what was it called? Yeah. Oh yeah, Kingdom, thank you. And then they had.
Regretting that salad right now, aren't you?
I got 5:30. Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call the regular town council meeting in session with roll call, Jason Little, Mr. Ball,
Here.
Kevin Burke,
Here.
Mike Johannes,
Here.
Brian Warren.
Here. Okay. We have the first thing on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from March 11th.
Make a motion to approve the town council regular minutes from March 11th, 2024.
Second. Have a first and second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Let be known, it passes 5-0. Next, we have the special minutes from 3/25.
Motion to approve the special session meeting minutes from 3/25/2004.
Second.
Have a first and second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Let it be known, it passes 5-0. For the first thing next thing we have is comments from the floor.
Update.
Yeah, I know where they should be back in mail now, so that we talk to the owners. Just checking.
They've not, yeah,
I
no
know.
communication with you.
Yeah, I know that you had reached out multiple times.
Yeah, they're supposed to be back at the end of March, but,
Right,
end of March.
yeah,
Whatever.
Okay.
I'll check with them tomorrow.
so yeah, so
I'll stop
then,
by their house.
no worries, that was one of my questions. And then the next one would be, if we're not able to move forward with this part, then, my question would be is for the town, has the town actually looked for, and I know in the past we've had it, animal control, and can we look at getting animal control in the future?
That's
Working with
something,
the county.
that's something that needs to be done. It's probably just not our community that's affecting this in the county.
It's a county issue,
Yeah.
but, it takes a village, asks communities for donations, and then we actually put out a thing for them to respond to, and they did not. Because we had to have, a bid, isn't that how we did it?
Yes.
And they didn't respond. And if there was a way to correlate with them, I'll tell you what.
They won't take cats.
I know, they have too much, they don't have any
Yeah,
more space.
Yeah, so
They
it's,
only have they've got 8 spaces for.
Yes.
I know the county, if I'm not mistaken, the county, gives them $75,000.
Right.
And then I think the facility is paid for, in addition to that, they cover the facility for them, it's paid for them.
Mhm.
But I'm looking to see what the town and the county can do together.
Right.
To get animal control in here.
I did talk to one of the commissioners about it as well, and he was kind of like, yeah. So it's high on my priority list, so I haven't. So I will I go to It Takes a Village and play with the cat and
Yeah.
do what I can there, so I will have an opportunity to talk, and being on the Solid Waste Management Board, I sit with some commissioners, so I'll bring it up.
We did at one time have a.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
How much was that a year, Mike, or Kevin, that we?
I think we were given $5,000 or $6,000.
Right, yeah, we started out at 1,800 and we kept pumping it up, but a lot of the other communities wouldn't give money.
Yeah,
And then the county, you know,
well,
was,
then they had an incident.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so
I'm just
I'm all,
curious.
you know, if
And
the,
so, yeah,
if the county will do something that takes
Right.
care of all animals and that, but you can't do it with, It Takes a Village because they're not going
well,
to
they're
take
just
cats.
not, yeah,
It was a separate, to my knowledge, it was a separate.
it was.
Entity, I don't know how else to say
Yeah,
that.
it
It's a
was-
separate entity, I get it, there was, I know what you're referring to, there was a
Incident.
incident. That was then, we're talking about now, so yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just looking at.
it was the
that.
Spencer County Spencer County Humane Society that operated it for the county.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I just wanted to
And
know.
animal control board.
Mhm.
Right, but all,
And
That's
was
who the
this
towns,
like, what
that's
we
why the
have
towns
put
Right.
out
didn't
there?
give a portion,
Yeah.
because it was through.
I will keep putting this bug in your ears, because I bring it up every
Yeah,
time I
We were
see
paying
it.
no money to the county.
right.
Hopefully.
And I'll be here next month.
Do. No, that's okay.
It's fine.
That's okay. That's good.
We have any other comments? Okay, we're gonna move on from comments from myself. I just want to reach out to all the departments today. Thank them for whatever efforts that we thought about doing, that we possibly didn't need to do, which is great, that we had nothing major happen to the area. I hope everybody had a chance to look at it. I thought it was pretty neat, and astounding, you know, what Mother Nature has done. And of course, the people I was sitting with, one of the girls asked me, wouldn't that be funny, we're all sitting out here today and they missed the wrong day? So, but anybody else have something from the council? You wanna-
Yeah, a lot of our organizations in the area did neat things. I don't know if the high school made any money, but they did something. That was awesome. I know that,
State Park had something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
they did, the brewery did a really good job holding multiple things. Monkey Hollow, which is out of Santa Claus, but, you know, right next door, did good things. And I heard that Pumpkins and More was open. I didn't get down there.
It wasn't, yeah, I mean, it wasn't super crowded.
Yeah.
We kind of anticipated that. It
But
wasn't
that's
like it was
good.
campers
Yeah.
for a long period, so.
Did you find Linus in the pumpkin patch? Sorry. So, well, we're gonna move on then. Let's go on to the fire department.
You've got my monthly report for the month of March. We had 16 first responder runs, we had one disregard, we had one stove fire, and a CO run, for a total of 19 runs for the month.
Wow.
We are gonna be hosting Madison County Cleanout on the 27th at the station in the morning. And our summer barbecue date will be June 29th. We're gonna start serving at 11 a.m. And I just got this in the mail today. We did receive a Southern Indiana Tire grant for $3,000, which will allow us all to get new Nomex hoods and gloves.
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And that's a fully funded grant. There's no match. Southern Indiana Power, 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah, we just got that in the mail today.
Good.
Right,
Congrats.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Zach?
You have my monthly reports, nothing major, we're just working on some projects, today at the park, the playground, parking lot was full, and seemed to enjoy themselves, but it wasn't the madhouse by any means, so I'm okay with that. The gym membership system, we've been doing a good job there in that transition, getting people into the new system, and we're hoping that will be fully operational by May. Sports leagues are running, and that's pretty much it.
Did that guy that I told you about here reach out to you?
Yes, I had sent his information on to Jane, or well, he was supposed to reach out to Jane, I don't know if he ever
Yes.
did, regarding online payments.
Online payments, yeah, he did reach out to me. We had a
He's
meeting.
actually with Central County Bank too, so.
Okay.
Can't remember the guy's name for life.
I have his card, but yeah.
Thank you for that tip. One other thing while it's on my mind, we are slowly working on the beds by the Lake Shore and the Circle S, regrading them. We did have a little bit of silt, from construction, so we were cleaning that out. We had fabric down, and the wind finally got hold of it and took it, so, but we're working on that. Our plan is to put in some larger diameter rock to keep it out of the drains, and then go back in with some shorter native grasses that'll be a little easier to maintain, so. We're hoping here in the next month or so. It's, like I said, sports are picking up and, don't have quite as much help as I did last year, so we're trying to rectify that.
Are you advertising for summer help?
We have had a few, apply for summer help. The problem is that it'll be probably May before they get started. And then, we did have a gentleman apply for the full-time split position, but, he reconsidered, so.
The one applicant, I did get the driver's check back from Kevin.
Oh,
today.
Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's good to go. I've got everything back I need from him.
Okay.
So.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, that's good. We got one then.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you for showing my ignorance from the last year. Do we have a fully functioning park board? And you guys, they have meetings and are taking minutes and?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
excellent.
Yep, yeah, we haven't had any hiccups. We had, one gentleman wasn't able to complete his term, but we got that filled probably within the month that he had resigned, so. And that was probably 2 years ago, so we're humming right along.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yes,
They have a power.
it's excellent, yes,
Anything else?
good question.
I have nothing.
Okay.
Thank you, Zach.
See here?
No.
Okay. I did not hear from him either. Anybody else? We do have his inspection report there. Looks like you did 10 improvement locations and 6 building permits. 1 9/11 address lookup and 1 electrical inspection, so that's pretty good if he had 10 improvement locations, so.
Has Mr. Gunn got anywhere on his fiasco with the veteran or center point from the?
I went by the building's still there. He said Kevin Hager was supposed to be tearing it down as soon as he got community natural and veteran figured out.
So you mean,
He was on my list to call to find out what his status was, because he hadn't ready to go in there with a track hoe like immediately.
just for an update, the building, the land and building we sold across from Candy Castle had an electric and gas line hooked up still, live.
Running, meter and one.
So
So,
Kevin is aware of it. I did talk to
Yeah.
him about 2 weeks ago, Hedinger, rather. So, I don't know where they're at with that.
I don't know. He said he was ready to mobilize like immediately, but then then he was trying to get the electric disconnected because Centerpoint was saying they didn't have electric service there.
Okay. We move on to the police department then.
All I have is monthly report. I don't know if anybody have any questions. The other thing I'd like to thank the sheriff's department, Indiana State Police, and Rockport Police Department. Indiana State Police pretty much hung around Santa Claus all day. All Spencer County deputies that were on duty were stationed in the northern part of the county to help us. And Rockport Police Chief reached out to me and said, hey, if you need any of my guys, let me know, and send them your way. So I'd like to thank all them. Luckily, it was just another day, so day holiday road, what it felt like. Traffic got out good. I think the Toka Lake area in Crawford County, Orange County got hit pretty hard. I could hear the state police down there directing traffic, and I heard the lieutenant come over the radio and say, everybody that was going home needs to stay longer. So, I wish it would have been here. It's good for town, but
Highway 37 north out of Perry.
It was.
bad.
Out of Equity
Got backed
Bridge
up and-
from 10 o'clock on, yeah, it was bad.
We were a little worried, so two of us, pulled off at the stoplight this morning about 7:30-ish.
Mhm.
People were lining up to get into Holiday World Gate.
Oh,
So I called Holiday World and said, hey, we need to get your gate open. Well, it doesn't open until 10 a.m. I said, well, we're probably gonna run into problems with people backing up into the highway here at the stoplight. Yeah, they knew it didn't open until 10. So about 8:30, it was getting into the highway, so I called them, I said, hey, I know it's not 10, but we need this gate open. So they were up there opening the gate. Those cars got in, and then after that, it's like they slowly trickled in. Because we thought, oh man, it's gonna get crazy, and we're gonna have, I think Mike Johannes drove by at the time, well, it's gonna get crazy, and it did, which is fine. It will be hearing about it, so.
yeah.
Since we're talking about Holiday World, are they gonna have the police set up like they have in the past at intersections, not on busy days?
Yes, we actually, a great thing that's gonna happen for us is, myself, one of the vice presidents of Holiday World, and head of security had a meeting, with the sheriff, requesting more help from the sheriff's department. So the issue is they work 12-hour shifts. I get it, her department's age 21 to about 25. They want to do their 12 hours and go home and spend time with their family, so I completely get that. What the sheriff suggested is that all the jailers, who only make about $17 an hour, they're all special deputies. So we had 9 jailers who are technically by law special deputies sign up to do traffic this year. $30 an hour, so they're making 17 now.
Yay.
They
Good,
take $30 an hour and free Holiday World Pass, every one of them signed up.
awesome.
So that's 9 on top of what we have here. So that's good, we should be good.
That's more help than we've had
That's awesome.
from the
Yeah.
sheriff's department in a long
Yeah,
time.
That's-
And the problem is, so back in the past, I've been here over 15 years, and back when we first started doing it, we had Hill City cops, we had Perry County cops, we had Rockport, Spencer County,
Yeah.
Ferguson Police Department, Jasper Police Department, DuBois County. Well, what happened is there's a company called Lawman Security. Lawman Security hires, you have to be a police officer sworn through the state of Indiana, so they hire you and they pay you $30 to $35 an hour to work at Memorial Hospital, work at Perry County Hospital, work at Farbest. Hollywood can't compete with that, and they're getting unlimited hours. So all of those people that used to do it are now working for Lawman Security. So it really, really hurt us. But like I said, the jailers, they wouldn't be able to work for Lawman, but they can come up here and do traffic.
That's awesome.
And that's a lot of extra money for them.
Are they gonna be able to bring vehicles up here?
I believe the sheriff is going to allow them to bring at least one. I'm working with her to see if we can't get one actually set. You remember we used to set.
Yeah, we had
one
one for years, so.
Yeah,
That was taken away. We're hoping we can get that back to where they can drive down here, jump in that sheriff's car and come up here and help do traffic. So fingers crossed, it's gonna be a good year.
that's good.
I hope. We'll see.
I saw a lot of presents in town today, it was good.
Where you mentioned raccoons, just that public service thing, the raccoons, all the raccoons you've been killing.
Oh, yeah, we've been putting down a lot of raccoons.
Have they had distemper or something, the raccoons?
I think so. Some people are afraid that they
They're
have.
not rabies, it's just.
We haven't had a confirmed rabies and what's happened, so the health department called me and said, hey, go kill this. We've already spoke to the homeowner. It's the homeowner's responsibility, not ours, to take it to DuBois County, where they cut the head off and they send it to
Check it.
Indianapolis and they test it. And we have not, to my knowledge, and the health department would have contacted me, had any rabies.
We were told that if they, because we had one time, if they act kind of inebriated, kind of drunk and like too friendly, then it's not rabies.
Yeah.
Rabies is more of an aggressive, angry,
Absolutely.
yeah. And so I think we have a lot with distemper. That's the distemper. That's what we were told.
Yeah, And we've had several, so I'm looking, the last one, we had to go borrow Kevin's 22, because the police department
That's
does
two.
not own a 22 rifle.
Bo came up
The
with that.
last two.
Yeah.
We don't have a 22 rifle, but Academy Sports, I seen the other day, has one for $114. So probably by the end of this
Yeah.
year, I'm gonna take,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the police department credit card and go buy that 100. And then the guys can just sign in and out as they, because
Yeah,
you know as well as that, we don't want to shoot a rifle
no,
in the village. One, it's extremely loud. We don't want to shoot our 40 calibers in the village, so 22 is just much more. And Kevin's been gracious to want to say.
we have one too, if you.
You got one too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I figure if we buy one, we should be good. You have one too?
No, she would like to borrow.
Oh, she
it.
wants to borrow it? We may not need animal control from borrowing. But that's all I have.
I'm not saying anything on the record.
No, don't, we're gonna leave that on.
But that's all I have.
The last one Bo told me about, the lady actually, it was an older lady, and she actually got it into a box, so. I was
Yeah,
Tell people not to get near raccoons.
no, if they have-
Even a healthy raccoon is pretty stupid to try to put in
and
a box.
I even asked them about, we had cats at the time, and, I asked them, it's feline distemper, and they said it won't even affect your other animals, but they'll be untrustworthy, it's like all coons are very trustworthy, but, it'll be, you don't wanna be around it. So thanks for doing that.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of calls about it, and the skunks, but it's a little more tedious to.
Yeah,
last
there
one
aren't
we
as many
shot-
now.
Last one we shot sprayed,
It was spray.
yeah.
You shoot 'em.
The conservation told us if you shoot them a certain way, they don't spray, but
No,
I've
no,
would that be pretty accurate to
I've
shoot
shot
a
rifles.
certain way?
yeah.
Never had one not spray when
No.
it's.
Mating season's over, that was a real problem during
Yeah.
mating season, but it's
But
over.
we've had a few with distemper that,
Yeah,
we had one running around the park over by Kelly Gollick's house, and she called and she goes, hey, this thing's acting weird.
that's just,
So we went over and looked at it, it was a little drowned.
yeah, that's how they act. They
Yeah.
do,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all we got.
Ours was trying to get in the house, pawing at the, at the door, pawing at the door.
Possums and deer are, gotta be on the list too. Huh?
No,
No, I don't run into many sick deer.
no,
I don't think that disease is going around right
no, and that,
Late
they
summer.
just fall
Late
dead.
summers when that.
The blue tongue, is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm just talking about deer and,
No, we want the deer, even if they eat my hostas, I still want
And
them.
they love hospitals.
I know they do,
Oh, my God.
trust
We
me.
did have one lady who's
That's
talking,
right.
don't hand them, we did have one lady call that said her coons would come up and she would hand feed them marshmallows, because apparently they love marshmallows, but she said the one that's been coming here lately has been acting sick.
too many of them.
Well, one, you shouldn't be feeding it.
No, no, don't feed them.
Apparently they love marshmallows, really nice lady.
It's good to know for future.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a campfire going, huh? Okay, Russ, trails.
Okay, Russ.
I'll take it as a slack with those guys, they were awful brief.
Oh, great. Thanks, Russ. Thanks.
That's awesome. Not as exciting as rabid coons, but I'll try my best. I really didn't have any other trails, other than I'll just mention again, we've not yet received the agreement from the state. I talked with Kevin last week, I didn't check his spam. Mike, I may ask you to do the same thing, because your DNA is all over the original application, so if you want to check your spam box just to make sure.
Yeah, I have not received anything. It's checked every day, so.
I'm sure he'll get it to me because I've given him that
Oh,
timeline.
okay.
I've been in conversation with him,
Yep.
give him the timeline.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to call up there, I thought, well, maybe we better just wait.
I'll shoot an email to him just to find out what the status was. But I know it has to go through several channels of DNR before it gets done.
And I haven't heard whether any other communities have gotten theirs yet or not either, so. And that's all I have on the trails, unless the council or anyone has questions.
May I ask a question that I should probably know the answer to, but I don't? What is the big sign down there by Holiday Road?
That is promoting the Economic Development Administration's grants for that water line
Okay,
project that we're
okay.
doing.
Okay, I knew it had some, and I thought, I should know this, so I should
Yeah.
tell you. And I had another question I should know the answer to. If somebody builds a new thing on their lot, tap-in fee, is that a thing, it's on their lot, and an over again tap-in fee for water line? Nothing, right? And that's what I told them, but at one time, they had heard that it was. And
If
I
I'm
thought,
understanding your question, that if Trish builds a house and sells it, someone else moves in, they do not pay for another tap fee.
what if there's no house there?
Then you would be charged a tap fee.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you build a garage separate and it has water as well.
It kind of depends, if it's a separate building and it requires a separate sewer tap, yes,
Okay, that's what I need to know.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
But typically what a lot of folks do will just run it off their existing.
Right, exactly. I told them I didn't think for a double.
I think that's how the ordinance reads, if I remember, that if it's a separate building on an interior part of
Right.
the lot or whatever, some kind of
Accessory.
Because it's an empty
legalese
lot.
involved.
Accessory building.
Yeah, there you go.
Accessory, what a great word.
Yeah,
And
And for sprinklers, they would pay a separate tap too, correct?
that's
if
correct.
they put in sprinklers, like yard sprinklers. Okay, good, good to know. Thank you.
Moving on to street department, no new business other than the monthly report, which we'll discuss later. I do have item A on the new business, the engineering agreement with MEI for the old, I should say that again, Midwestern Engineers. I had misspoke at the last meeting, I thought we'd done the engineering on that, we just kind of briefly did the back of the napkin thing when we walked out that day. So we will need an agreement, with Midwestern to finish the design, well, start to finish the design on that intersection redo. So just asking permission to go ahead and execute that short form agreement with them.
I'll make a motion to approve an agreement with Midwest Engineers to engineer the reconstruction of the intersection at Old 245 and County Road 1450 North.
And I'll second that, since I get questioned about it almost every day.
What?
You'll need an amount, whether it be a not to exceed or you'll need something.
Okay, what do you
Before you
think?
can approve it, you need-
Yeah, I was afraid you guys were gonna say that, so.
Sorry, gotta be legal.
Yeah, so, I did, again, a little back of the napkin stuff, so, I mean, the engineering for these projects, it varies, I've seen anywhere as little as 8% up to 15% of what the construction cost is. Just using a 15% number, I'm thinking about $50,000, not to exceed for the engineering. Now, again, if you guys wanna base it on it, I think that's a good number, but if you guys wanna base it on that or not, it's your call.
Well, I mean, that's a lot more than what the 10% of the project is. That's almost double. I mean, the project's about
Well,
250,000, I think. Isn't it?
About 350 is what the original estimate was.
No, okay,
And again,
all right. Not to exceed 50,000.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I will do a second, but tell Russ that his wish list just got.
Yeah.
About 50,000.
Okay, I have a first and second. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
if
All those who
I'm
opposed.
sorry, if something ever goes haywire, I'll obviously, not go through it unless you guys.
Okay. All those opposed say no. Let it be known, it passes 5-0 for $50,000.
Hopefully less.
Yes. And I actually think it will be. The only other item that is not listed on here on the street department is to remind the council and the public that I'm working on our 2024 call for projects for the community crossing. I went through some of the numbers with Jane the other day. So we got some dollars to leverage, our 25% match to NDOT's 75% match. We'll be almost at $1 million per project. We can
Great.
probably spend every dollar of that because I've been patching and holding things together in Hollywood for several years, just hoping to do some paving, so we're ready to go with that. That's all I have on the streets.
Hey, if I could back up the streets,
Yeah.
with that development that's being considered over in that area, is that gonna possibly have some effect on this intersection? Or is that too far down the road from it?
No,
Yeah,
it
it's
won't.
not gonna come into that
Traffic
intersection.
really during construction, if that's what you're, I mean,
Yeah,
no,
it won't.
other than that, no.
Okay,
Because it enters up the way a bit.
Yeah. so-
It's not in a bad place.
So the entrance to that site will be, probably not
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
On the wastewater,
Good
I do
question.
have a couple of pay requests tonight for the council to entertain, and you all should have copies of those. While you're looking, just to give you an update of where we are, we contracted to do almost 50,000 linear feet of line that will be rehab and line. Right now, if you refer to your utilities report, you'll see to date, now again, this will be different notes on your pay request, but to date, as of today, they have prepped 14,553 feet of line ready to be lined. And so far, they have actually lined 5,600 and some change linear feet.
Great.
So the pay request for the sewer rehab project, you'll see two. One will be from Performance Pipe, who's actually doing the lining, and you'll see Midwestern's invoice for their inspections. The one for Performance Pipe will be in a total of $258,254.49. And Midwestern Engineers invoice was for $8,952.
Most of this, Russ, money, most of this coming out of the bond issue that we did?
All of this money is coming from the bond.
Okay.
okay,
So you want to do one at a time?
yeah.
So the Midwest Engineers for 258, 254, 49, that's one,
That's
correct?
performance
That's
pipeline.
for the Performance Pipe. That's the actual.
Oh, I see it.
rehab.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's confusing how they
It's
do
on,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay.
And then the other one's Midwest for 8,952.
Correct.
Okay. All right. These are biggies.
Okay, is that your motion?
Now, I will make a motion that, do I just say it, we approve it? Approve payment
Yeah,
of?
you're going to
Yeah.
approve payment.
Okay. Make a motion that, we approve payment to Performance Pipeline Incorporated in the amount of $258,254.49.
Okay, I have a first and second. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Let be known, it passes 5-0. And the one with Midwest,
I make a motion that we approve payment to Midwestern Engineers Incorporated for the amount of $8,952.
have a first and second on this motion. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Let be known, it passes 5-0. I have not had any complaints from anybody. Has anybody else?
Not heard anything.
So I want to commend those people for doing the work that they're doing.
Yeah,
And,
not
so,
even road, I've not had complaints to me about road blockage or anything.
Yeah, you may have one.
neither have you.
Over on
Okay.
Evergreen, as I mentioned before, they use steam to cure this liner that they put in there. And I guess they had a leaking steam hose and it burned a spot about as big as James Tester in her front yard. So the lady was real nice.
It's nice
really
front yard.
understanding, so yeah, and
Okay.
they will absolutely, you know.
Yeah, I've not heard, and I know people who,
But that's only, not even a complaint, but hiccup that I've seen so far.
okay,
Cool.
okay.
Water?
Have a couple of pay requests for water as well, again, the water line project. Copper Ridge Contracting, they're the ones doing the actual pipeline, and, their first pay request is for $79,725.82.
Mm.
Make a motion to approve the pay request for Copper Ridge
Yeah, contracting.
contracting in the amount of $79,725.82.
Second.
Have a first and second on this copper line invoice. Any other discussion on it? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Let be known, it passes 5-0.
Russ, just I've driven up past Patoka a couple of times in the last month, and the water line, you know, footprint of the lake, they're really down. Is that on purpose, or is it just lack of rain?
Yeah, so they will get a lake or an impoundment down to what they call winter level or winter pool, again, assuming there'll be a little snow runoff, et cetera. So you have that going on, but actually, the water level has been down for years due to the lack of rainfall. It's really amazing. I don't know if folks drive past it a lot, but if you've been by there before when the lake was full, to see it now, you'd be shocked.
So it's not gonna affect the amount of water available to us, or?
No one knows yet. I haven't heard anything. I don't think it's on anybody's mind. I don't think anybody's anxious about it.
It is crazy little Patoka. I mean, there's like land masses showing up in the middle of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, how many more customers are using their resources too?
I think the customer base is staying about the same.
Stable.
I think an issue they've had is trying to get that upgrade done because they were wanting to be able to produce like 20 million a day. And I don't believe they've reached that capacity yet, so I think. There was an item B under wastewater, I'm sorry, it's at the top of the page. But that's something that I do want to discuss tonight. And what it deals with. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry.
Your invoice for Midwest Engineering.
I'm sorry, I thought that was done. So, Midwestern Engineers pay request is for $7,636. And again, that's for project inspection. Contractor actually just got started in earnest last week. They have some, what they call open cuts to do, where they actually open cut a road. They were gonna start at Holiday World, and they were gonna do the Legend lot, well, today kind of put a hit in that. So we'll get back to that. So far, they've laid about 30 feet of pipe this long.
You said that amount was 7636,
Correct.
Did you find that one? Okay,
so it's 2 pages and that totals on the second page.
okay, that's the one, that's why I missed it. Okay. Make a motion that we approve payment to Midwestern Engineers Incorporated for the amount of $7,636.
Second.
That's why I missed it.
Okay, I have a first and second on this invoice to Midwest. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay, no. Let be known, it passes 5-0.
So item B from wastewater, I would like to start the process of amending our current salary ordinance to add a title or position. I want to add another link in the chain of command, so to speak. I want to add another supervisory position to help carry out day-to-day jobs, tasks, et cetera, around the utility department. This person will not only work in the water department or sewer department or the street department, they will be all three. So basically what I've got is a person that has been with the town since 2007. And dare I say this, if I left today, he could run the town for you guys and very efficiently. So he's doing that job now, and I need to pull more of those resources from him. So I think getting him out of the trenches or backing him out of the dirt work every day, he can fulfill that. So I would like the council to entertain that thought to go ahead and add that. It will add $2,000 some change to the annual budget, just based on the raise that'll come along with that. I've talked with Scott Elliott, the president of the Waterworks Board. He's all good with it. In fact, he's behind it 110%. So I think the town will richly benefit from having this position in there to again help run the day-to-day stuff within the utility.
Is this somebody who may retire soon, or is it?
Yes. You got a bunch of us down here.
I know, that's why, that's why I said dang it, as soon as you said yes.
Yeah.
I know.
And then are you gonna be replacing his position?
Yeah, well, not in the immediate future, but I asked folks for that to consider.
Okay.
Yeah, so that goes back to my wish list item number.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So are we creating a new position or just changing his title? A new position?
I am creating a new position. So
Okay.
right now, the only supervisory position that I have is a working supervisor.
Okay.
This person will be termed as a supervisor too. Again, I haven't got the job description completed yet, but prior to really pulling the trigger on this thing, I'll have a complete job description for you guys to look at. Again, but it'll be a supervisor two will be the name of it. It will follow all the tenets of the existing will have to bring X amount of experience to the table to become eligible, so that'll all be spelled out in the job description as well.
And this person, you are not going to retire at the same time, correct?
You never know.
It's just hypothetical.
We could just be one bad day away.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I
I've
know,
already told them,
I know.
nobody's
I know.
retiring until I retire, so.
You've
there's
got a
that.
long haul. Okay, thank you.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
I have no.
Do we need to
Is it your,
approve that?
yeah, we would. On this old position, you just go have it there to use in the
I still
future?
have 2 active working supervisors.
Good,
So yes, it'll remain there.
Okay.
good.
So are you wanting to vote tonight, or are you wanting to
I
bring the
just
job
need to start the
description?
process, and
and-
whatever starts the process to get the ball rolling, that's what I need.
We get that ordinance.
Yeah.
Yes.
An
You can't
ordinance,
do anything without an ordinance.
okay, so we need an ordinance.
And then we're gonna need that details, what he's gonna do with it.
Not really.
Not really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, all your salary ordinance says is whatever the title is and what the salary
Okay.
range is, and
I mean, I would recommend you see the job description before you create a position.
yeah,
I mean, just so you have it on file, that you looked at a job description
so the next
prior to
person we
creating
hire.
a
Mhm.
And I'm good with that.
position.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's gonna prolong it a little bit, but that is my suggestion.
I
that
think
you
so.
at least have a
No, and
job
I've
description
got
on
it, it's just
file.
in very rough form, so it'll
Right.
take them long to get it finished up, so.
I think, yeah, for next time
Next meeting.
especially.
Next meeting.
When it comes to the table, we can bend some rules and.
Yes, exactly.
And yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your consideration anyway, that's good to me.
Did we decide on a truck? Or no?
Yes,
Oh, we did.
we did, I'm sorry, yes, I stopped thinking about that, that really moved through my head. But yeah, we opted for the Ford.
Okay.
Just with talking with some experts. And I mean, previous experience too. I mean, I know they've had their issues, and I won't bring the name up, but they have had their issues, and they've had them for years. You're gonna see a lot of, yeah, the thing that I don't get, you see a lot of fleets now that have these Scotch trucks.
Well, they look at the price of it.
I just said it, didn't I?
Not the
But-
long term.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But yes,
Okay,
the
good.
Ford ton truck.
And when's that gonna be in?
I didn't even get a day.
Oh, okay.
I don't even ask that anymore,
No.
because it's at least 30 weeks, I just know that. I know that.
Did they give you a choice of colors?
Yeah.
You tell them a certain color?
Yeah, you can look
Okay.
at white with a slight interior. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, we need to go over the report, and I won't, when I glance at it, I think I did what you wanted to know. Just maybe take note of the treatment plant data there at the top, kind of show you what we are dealing with. That's why I have put I-9 mitigation at the top of my to-do list, just so that the public is aware. So March of this year, the sewage treatment plant treated 15.2 million gallons of water. We received 2.25 inches of rain. March last year, we treated 27.2 million gallons. We had almost 10 inches of rain. So, and I don't have my PowerPoints or anything, but I can show you some of the videos and stuff these guys have found. I mean, we're talking crushed pipe, collapsed pipe, separated pipe roots. Some of the areas they drive through the creek, lining, it was like a car wash. So we're finding the stuff we're looking for.
Yep, that's good.
So I have,
So you think that what we're doing now is gonna cut it in half or a third or?
Kevin, I and I have such a dynamic.
Yeah.
And so much is subject to answering that question. You will find that some of these, I'll call them isolated breaks and failures, could be just a source of a lot of the majority of it. Because there's an old saying in the business that 90% of your I&I is 10% of your system. I believe that, because if you patch this hole, that hole down the line just got bigger. So, no, it's an ongoing thing. It's kind of like making your bed when you grass. It's not something you do and stop. It's something that you always monitor and continue to try to depend on.
So are they finding anything major what they're doing?
All that's, yeah.
Absolutely. I'll give you an example on North Melchior, right, as it coming into Casper make that left right there, that little dip right there, there's a little creek or a ditch in there.
Mhm.
And that sewer line cannot be that much deeper than below, and it's like crushed right below it. So the years we were seeing those 4, 5, 6 inch rains, you gotta know that thing was gushing some water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Holly really not have the pipe issue that?
No, it was installed much later in the 90s, and they used a lot of plastic pipe.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, we've got issues up there as well, because, on the western side, up on, Lewis J. Cook, those are all older homes, they were built with some original HUD money, they were built in the 70s, some of those have clay.
Mhm.
But when you get over to what we call OW, OA, the January section, that's all plastic.
Okay,
Good deal.
thank you. Anybody else have anything for us?
Yes,
I have a
Lisa.
question. Are we still gonna then, once this is done, are you still gonna require sewer laterals?
Yes, absolutely. So,
Always.
The time period, is that gonna stay the same?
I mean, as far as the, grace period or the,
And it's 10 years.
10 years, yes, yeah, that should
So we're
remain
saying
the
the
same.
10, I know other communities are 3 years, 5 years.
Some are going 5.
Yeah. And you're probably well aware of the original intent. We've got a lot of clay line, I mean, the homes, and I'm even talking coming from the residents, so. And those things are never looked at, they're never monitored, so, like you said, Jasper does it, Honeyburg does it. So we kind of jumped on the bandwagon back in 2000 when we decided. I think it's a good program. And most homeowners buy into it as well. I mean, they think too. Well, of course, with these new home inspections and everything like that, they want everything airtight anyway. But yes, everything will remain the same as far as that.
Okay, anybody else? Not, we'll move on to
Thank you,
industrial.
guys.
Thank you, guys. Good evening.
We're not anything on the industrial park. You ready for me now?
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Okay, just a few updates. Back 9, I have not heard anything from them on the commitment that you had to have a special meeting to approve. I sent Todd Newdenver an email saying when you get back from vacation, come in because he had to sign it for us to get it recorded because they were gung-ho on getting their subdivision. I haven't heard anything from them on, I assume Todd would tell me if they submit their subdivision plat too, so.
He did come in and sign though?
No,
After they pushed
have
us
not
and
heard
pushed
I
us.
nor hear from them.
I'll talk to him.
And I mean, they had to have had their subdivision plat in to get it considered by the APC this month.
They didn't do that.
Jeff hasn't said anything made either,
Yeah.
so.
I assume Jeff or Todd probably would have forwarded it if they did submit the PUD plan and the subdivision plat, so. Have not heard anything from them.
You sent an email saying, Todd, come in, good,
Saying come in and sign it
good.
as soon as you get back from vacation, because he was gone that week, if you remember.
Yeah, I know. Mhm.
Gosnell still waiting on the judge. Are you gonna bring up the scuba tanks?
The STD tank, we have the old ones, the Survivor, we have a department that's interested in Posey County. And I didn't know if we had to do like the compressor, put it out for bid, or they're really into why. I mean,
He told me that the company has like 100 of them. The
Up
company-
at Louisville, they're giving them away.
So he would need a declaration that they are valueless and that if he can get something out of them from another department.
Yeah.
But you would have to declare them to be surplus property that is valueless or worthless.
SCBA, the old ones, 2003 Survivor.
So if they're expired, they don't go to use the fire service, will they?
I don't know if they're gonna need them for parts or what. They currently have the same ones that we had. I don't know if they just want more of them or for parts.
So, and we have to make sure that we're not liable for anything.
Yes.
I know Carter uses them yet too. I mean, they're
Yeah.
looking at getting new ones. St. Minor uses them, they're looking at getting a new ones.
Yeah.
So you would only need to declare them valueless, then the fire department can take care of getting rid of them. If they are in fact interested in them, then we'll have them sign a release.
So we just need a
Do we
motion
just
for
say
that.
that?
to declare.
Yeah.
A motion to declare the
Okay,
SCBA,
SCBA, what are they?
the old ones, they're Survivor.
Survivor SCBA gear to be surplus property that's obsolete and valueless.
So moved.
So do we,
second.
I have a first and second on that. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those
So,
opposed?
It
Go
wasn't
ahead.
tanks, it was the masks and the rigging. Was it the tanks also, or just the mask and the rigging?
Was it
Everything. We've
everything?
got 12 packs, 12 spare tanks, and everybody had masks. So it's
So do we need to write a liability
survivor ain't
statement?
even in the SCBA business anymore.
A no liability statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Depending on who he finds out.
Yes.
Who it is.
And I'm still waiting on the other one for the compressor.
They might be needed for training or
I
something.
know, but yeah. I
You were
just don't
supposed to
want
give me
to
one for the
liable.
compressor, they did pick everything up. So, and Jane does have a check,
Yes.
so.
Yay. Okay,
Is everybody's vote still the same?
after that discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. All those opposed, say no. Let it be known, it passes 5-0.
Do you want me to mention the Kimball abatement? You put it
Yeah,
in.
I put it under miscellaneous, but you can talk about
Yeah, I
that.
had sent this out earlier because I contacted them because they left off a date, but, as you know, each year you have to determine whether Kimball Furniture Group LLC is still in compliance with their SBA one that they had to submit, or SB one that they had to submit, in order to receive the abatement of taxes on their new manufacturing equipment back in 2022. That's the new FTT CNC and new panels say used in production of office furniture. You can see the numbers, basically they had estimated they were going to retain all 272 employees, they've actually got 253. So their salaries have gone from 6.8 million to 11.8 million. So that's basically where they are.
Uh-huh.
So what you would need to do
That's
is
big raises.
determine whether they are in substantial, you need two determinations, whether they are in substantial compliance with their SBA one or SB one, or they're not in substantial compliance with their SB one.
Another requirement is to keep the same amount of employees?
That, has always kind of been a rounded number, and that since the salary base keeps going up, they are, getting more money into the
The salary, or the
town.
personnel number is probably not their fault being low, it's just what they can give.
That's by their current employees based on what they can get out.
But then it should show open positions, right, on here?
No,
So they get away with that many jobs, though. If they don't
No,
have it
it's-
open.
no, that's just how many employees they currently have on the payroll down there. So if they,
Right.
if they got.
I'm just wondering if it's an employment issue, they should still have that many open positions, 272 open.
Well, I know that they are continually advertising for
Yes.
No,
employees.
this is not positions, this is actual people working on their payroll.
Right.
So they could have 100 more positions open, it's not gonna show up on here.
Partly when we did this originally was also to keep that
Plan here.
plant there and not have them shut it down, as they had already shut down about 30-some
Right.
plants in southern Indiana, so. And they have
And then they did
lived
it
up to
again.
that. They have,
Then they shut down again and we still didn't lose
Yeah,
that plant.
so-
Yeah.
I make a motion that we approve say that they are in compliance with the agreement with the town.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any other discussion? I'm gonna add a comment. My wife does payroll for them, and if you guys wanna listen to her some Monday morning, you're welcome to come over about 5 o'clock in the morning and hear her gripe about who's not there and who left, so. It's an ongoing thing, so. Back to the vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. One abstain, myself. So let be known, it passes 4-0-1.
Kevin, did you wanna have somebody else authorized to sign this? You would need a motion to that effect, otherwise you would normally sign it, but since you're abstaining,
Okay. If we, do I need to make that as a motion,
So
or?
I should make a motion to authorize someone else to sign this on
Yeah.
behalf of the town.
Probably correct, since she's-
Okay. I make a motion that since my wife is employed by this company, that Trish signs this letter of authorization on my behalf.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, say no. Let be known, passes 5-0.
All I got.
I don't have anything, sorry. The only thing I had is vouchers.
Okay.
Okay, and, new business, a lot of you weren't here, so we need you to prioritize your lists, your 5-year plan lists. And some of you wrote them that way, but if you could prioritize them, because we need then to break it down, see what we can do. So we're trying to structurally go about this, so if you could prioritize those lists, the
And
board
give
would appreciate it.
Estimates of
Oh,
what you
yeah.
think that would cost. I
Excellent.
mean, just an
yeah.
estimate, you know,
Yes.
whatever your
Just
list is.
broad range estimates.
Right.
Each one broke down.
Yeah.
You want me to email that to all of you?
Sure.
Or I can-
Or give it to Jane.
Okay.
Jane's the man, she's got it,
You
Yeah.
to me and I'll put them all together.
yeah.
My third one on there is more of a like 10-year plan.
I know,
You're
but that's
asking
okay,
five, so I'm
but
throwing
write
in
it.
there.
No, you need to. That's what we want, we wanna
Yeah.
know.
And really, that one was more of a, and you know what I'm talking about, the building and stuff.
Mm-hmm,
That
mm-hmm.
was more of a Jane.
I know,
and
and
I
we talked about
discussion
that.
Of just not having enough room, so it's not just us, but I wanted to.
No, we talked about that
Yeah.
at our last
I know
meeting.
that, I know that's a lot of money. but we'll-
Something
Yeah,
that,
absolutely, yeah, I mean, the council can continue to do it, not to have a concept building.
yep,
Mhm.
yep, we agree.
Many of you wasn't here when we discussed that, and one of mine wants, or actually gonna be a need for the town in the future is have a full-time fire department.
Mhm.
Volunteers are less and less every day.
Yeah,
I had that on my list,
yeah,
especially Dave.
yeah. Now, one thing Jasper does is they added that, they made it a combination position.
And that's what we'll still have to do.
Yeah.
They won't be able to do it.
Which was like zoning, or, you know, something with, scanning properties that need a little bit of push to get better.
I had something too, I know I discussed, and I haven't had a chance to talk to Max about it, because he's working during the day. But I know right now, Max, please, hopefully correct me if I'm wrong, but right now, we have a mutual aid agreement with Carter and
Same line.
St. Martin,
Construction
so,
fire, yeah.
so structure fire, but is there a way to, we don't mind, we respond to a lot of medical calls. But is there a way to work and maybe even, I guess, double page to possibly Carter?
Well, the next, if we don't respond, now, they changed the way we get paid on EMR runs. Used to do a certain criteria, and we've been talking about this last few fire chiefs meetings. All EMR runs, we get paid that period, and we don't want to, because all these little PUD runs, we don't need to go. But then they say, well, if you don't wanna go, don't go. That's what the sheriff's office said, so.
But I'm saying we dual page right now for
Structure fire.
Structure fire.
Now, if we don't go on the second page, you're supposed to page the next closest department.
For medical run.
Right.
Okay.
On any.
I didn't know, I just.
So if we don't go, we don't answer up, within, 5 to 7 minutes, the next closest department is supposed to get paid. And you can talk to Amanda on that too, so
Yeah.
that's the way. Like Rockport, a few of us don't wanna go on everything, we don't need to go on everything, we don't do anything. Jason knows that too, we can't.
So for example, one of the pages over the weekend, a couple just wanted an ambulance to check them out. Why do we need to go to a scene, we're not gonna do it.
Right.
If we're gonna go and check them out, then the ambulance would have to show up, so. And the ambulance is more of the authority on that than we are as far as getting the signatures saying that they don't need to be changed.
And I did talk to Amanda about holiday rule, and you know, if we're gonna get called on every MR run, are we gonna get called in that part on every ambulance run? Cause they have their own EMTs, they have their own EMRs, so, no, we won't, so.
Now, will Holiday World allow a rider, like if they're working a code or whatever, will Holiday World allow one of theirs to go?
I don't know, they may not allow a driver, they're very Jane's very picky on who she has driving, if you're not on roster, or fire department, you don't drive.
Right.
So, well, then we'd have to get called in for driving. If our life light comes in, we have to go.
We
We have
lost
to
some
have
valuable
it.
time there.
I know, and that's up to the crews, I mean, if they think, call. So,
Well, it's just, for the ones that hasn't done this, when that pager goes off at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 or 4 mornings a week, and it's for a lift assist, or so-and-so's not feeling well, or, it gets old.
then we get disregarded, I mean,
Yeah, you make it halfway there.
you make it halfway there and you turn around and go home.
And like I said, we do not mind going for lift assist or any of that stuff. I mean, that's what we signed up for, but.
But when you get there and you're already done.
Yeah. Or you get 5 or 6 guys going and you only need 1 or 2. You just don't-
But I mean, I don't mind having another department call, but stuff like that, they get halfway here, they don't turn around and go home, you're gonna burn them out.
Yeah.
It's all the false calls, the
Yeah,
true
it's that,
emergencies, you don't know.
When you get woke up with that page at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's that noise at 2 o'clock in the morning, you're awake, you're done,
Then you can't go back to
Yeah.
sleep, or you get home and you got an hour to sleep, and you fall asleep, and you can't wake up.
not gonna make excuses for us, but.
No, is there ways to differentiate?
There's not, and again, I just want council and everybody to know, I'm not trying to step on the
No.
fire department's toes or get involved, but
I
I'm just
get what you're
thinking,
saying.
as a citizen, and we will go to any medical call, I just didn't know, because I know that they do.
She is working on getting you guys more equipment, and
Yes.
having an EMR class for police officers. Because that's the goal, police are gonna get there way quicker than we are. So they're gonna put a class on, a daytime class for police officers in jail,
Right now,
to get more police trained.
right now, I'm the only EMR in the department, that we're working to get more, but it's so much of a time crunch, I would love to send
It's
more.
2 months of training.
I think with the new Todd Dunsworth, as you all know, you got the email, I think with him coming on board, the school has agreed to send him to school resource officer school. They know him, they like him, he's a little older, so they know that he'll function well with the kids, he had kids growing up. They've agreed to send him to Vanderbilt County to get his school resource officer, that way I can kind of free roll up to send him to EMR class. He's actually interested in being a EMT.
There ain't that much more.
And going to Jasper and getting that, EMS that they help pay for that, and then slowly getting these other guys, trained in that also. But- And again, I wasn't trying to, I just
No.
didn't know, because I know that we dual page for fires, I just didn't know.
Right.
If, because sometimes we're.
And it depends on the run too, if it's a code, it needs to be a dual page.
Correct, because that's the other thing with the EMR. With the ambulance being so close, most of the time, if they come from Dale, it's gonna be over with by the time they get here.
Yeah.
Because the ambulance will probably gonna be here anyway, because by the time they get on their vehicle and drive over here, the ambulance is always going.
Yeah.
Same with the same minor. And that's the way I am. A lot of times, depending on where I'm at, there's no sense of me even worrying about trying to come because I'm too far out. So EMRs are a little bit different monster than your fires, because fires are more of a long-term event, where a medical run is a lot quicker
Yeah, it's like get it
activity,
done.
if that makes any sense.
So how can you change what pages go out to people on?
I think it's just us working with Max. and
There's
other
2
agencies.
fire departments that want to go out on everything. And the rest of us don't. But dispatch won't differentiate for those, they won't make an exception. Either we page out all departments or none.
Yeah, and I was told that when I spoke with EMS.
Yep.
I'm sorry, with dispatch director was, you get them all or you don't get any. And I'm like, well, we need somebody, so.
You have to have standard criteria down in dispatch. You
We
you
used to have
can't,
that, certain runs, I mean.
it's gotta be
we
set.
did.
They can't be picking and choosing
No,
what,
We don't
what
wanna go to
department's gonna
statues, we
do.
don't wanna go anything violent, we gotta stay back, we're supposed to stay back, so.
the final decision comes
I think,
through
yeah.
dispatch.
Yeah.
That's,
It's a bigger-
and they work
It's a
for the
bigger
sheriff's
decision
department.
than we can deal with, but,
Yeah.
But it sounds like a, kind of a mess.
Yeah, they're not gonna make exceptions for one department.
Yeah,
They will, it's either everybody, all nine, or.
okay.
Okay. Keep us informed if any solutions or changes.
And we appreciate what you do.
Jason's idea was great. If we had, even if it's 2, 3 full-time firefighters here in
It'll
town.
cost money though.
Well, that's right, we know that, we know.
Cause then you're gonna have to have rotation.
Yep. Yep,
Then you got union.
gonna have to finish out the firehouse,
Huh?
gonna have to finish out the firehouse, finish the,
Living, yeah.
yeah,
Well, unless you just do like a 40-hour thing,
yeah.
You know, me as, not an employer, not a police officer, but just being a citizen here with a 5-year-old son at home. Knowing that security is a tax, and I hate to throw that taxpayer out, because I'll get people say, well, I pay your taxes, and you're writing me a ticket, and you're taking me to jail. Okay. I don't wanna throw that out there, but yes, we all who live here are taxpayers, and it's nice to know that we do have that. We know if my son's choking or my wife, or we're in distress, that somebody's gonna be there.
Then we have.
10 years down the road, this county's gonna be in trouble, period, with fire departments.
Yeah,
Just because of our ages. We're all in the 50s.
yeah.
I mean,
Nobody
mid-40s.
knew to sign it up.
Huh?
And nobody knew. us.
No, we got lucky, we have 3 new ones. We're gonna put the 3rd new one on, probably in May or June, so they're starting their classes.
Every year
And
the
that's just
same.
not ours,
cars.
Vanderbilt County just had 2 fire departments consolidated.
Sherman and
Consolidate.
Scott went together, they're big departments, they combined into one department.
Wow,
And they said it was because of personnel, man.
gosh.
McCutcheonville had to add $1.5 million to their budget to put daytime coverage in. $1.5 million.
Yeah. There's not the dedication or volunteerism with the next generations there was before.
Just because.
We get a lot of guys, I know you guys have had a lot of them on, put them all through training, and a year later, they're not.
They call it a 5-year fireman, you know. So, first year or so, everything's great. As time goes on, they just are a t-shirt fireman. They put them on just to get a t-shirt, then they're done.
Well, I think the stuff you see too, Jason and I would go, I mean, I couldn't tell you how many deaths I've been to, and brutal, whether it's a stabbing or a shooting or a severe crash, and you take these guys that are doing it, safely, and I'm not gonna try to say our officers aren't making decent money, because they are, but those are a lot of added stresses for the pay that they're getting paid. And these guys are doing it volunteer, and they're seeing these things, and I get it, 5 years. They always say police officers get burned out after 5 years, and I've been here 16, I can tell you, the first,
Burning out each
when you
minute
get that
at
5
30.
years, you're burned out, you need a break, so you take a little break, and then you come back and you're rejuvenated and ready to go again, and then you go to the next death scene.
We're a small town, we usually know who's there.
Yes.
We usually know who we're putting our money back.
Yeah.
If you count on your 6 to 8 people, you get pretty faithfully.
I'm talking about when we go to a scene, though, we
We know, yeah,
we
we
know
know.
who we're gonna put the money back.
Yep.
The last 3 that passed away in our county, I knew them, you knew them, he knew them, here local, so it's tough, it's just a lot of added stress, but.
Ready to move on to the voucher.
Yeah. This, Jane, what are your vouchers?
Okay, I have general vouchers in the amount of $106,666.48.
Anyway, make a motion to approve the general vouchers in $106,666.48.
Second,
First and second on the voucher for $106,666.48. All those in favor, say aye.
aye.
All those opposed, say no. Let be known, passes 5-0.
I have payroll vouchers in the amount of $130,221.92.
Make a motion to approve the payroll voucher in the amount of $130,221.92.
Second,
Have a first and second from Jason and Mike. All those in favor, say aye.
aye.
All those opposed, say no. Let be known, it passes 5-0.
I have wastewater vouchers in the amount of $69,534.68.
Make a motion to approve the wastewater voucher in the amount of $69,534.68.
Second.
Have a first and second from Jason and Mike. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Let be known, it passes 5-0.
Before we close that, sorry, I apologize, it's not that I want to talk, trust me. I still get asked questions about street lights, I didn't know if there's, Russ or Kevin, and I don't know if there's more we need to do. I know
I need your
when, check, what's that?
inventory.
Need
I need your all's inventory.
Even from Christmas light, I got the inventory from over here, but even Christmas light,
Yeah, they don't keep inventory anymore, so they used to as well. Chris said they quit about 3 or 4 years ago.
so you need us to,
See which ones are out.
okay. All right.
So, yeah, we talked about it at the last meeting too, so, in between meetings, so. Kevin's just waiting for that information.
I've got the letter drafted up,
Okay.
just center point, saying, come out and fix them now. You got 10 days.
The village gave us a little bit more, I didn't know, at the beginning, we weren't doing Christmas light.
We thought they had it, but it's an old count.
Yeah, we'll take care of that, and if you have any insight.
Lisa, do you have any insight?
Send a message right now.
Good. That's why she's on the phone.
Just shoot me a text and let me know. Real quick, one more thing, this is, Deputy Dunsworth, he's currently a sergeant with Sheriff's Department. He will start here April 19th. He's been in it 26 years, he knows a lot of people, and he knows more than, he's probably forgot more than I know, so he's gonna be a huge asset to, and I'm hoping with him coming in and working in the evenings, Logan will graduate May 24th, and I'm hoping that he kind of takes Logan under his wing and helps him, especially because they'll be shift partners, so they'll have that opportunity to work together. But,
Welcome, Todd.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to coming here.
And what was the start date again?
April 19th.
Soon.
Yeah, soon. And the good thing about him is absolutely zero training. He responds to calls here in Santa Claus quite often. He responds to Holiday World, so he knows the village, he knows Santa Claus. He's lived here his whole life. His sister was one of our ex-prosecutors. Some of you may know Jason Dunsworth. That's his nephew, Jason Dunsworth, state trooper, so he'll be a huge asset to the department. And I already spoke with Logan, and he's worked with him a couple times prior to going to the academy, and he's excited about it too, so.
Cool.
Helmy?
Helmet,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. He actually we had a Glock 22, we was talking to you guys, working on that with people. He had one, the barrel exploded the other day on him while in training. Luckily, the whole gun didn't explode because it would have probably took his hand off. It was not a Glock issue. I spoke with Glock in Georgia. We had an armor from the Indiana State Police take it apart, and what he determined is round 1 went in, got stuck in the barrel. Round 2 come in and hit that one, exploded that one, and pushed both of them out. And it was an ammo issue.
Yeah.
But
That's scary.
I'm gonna reach out to the ammunition company. I don't know that they will, once I told Logan what happened to it, he was a little terrified. And the armor has been doing it since 2007, for Glock. Said he's never seen one in person ever do that. Seen it one time in a video, he said, but has never seen that.
Did he get injured at all?
He did not.
Not at all?
No,
Wow,
so thank God for that.
that's scary business.
He'd already shot 2 magazines through it. Put in the 3rd magazine, first round, 2nd round, and that was it.
Something like that heat? Is that heat related possibly?
I think it's just a bad round.
Just
The first
bad
round was
round.
probably bad.
Huh?
And-
Light load, somebody had put enough powder in the,
Mhm.
Okay.
powder in the round.
Yeah, and caused a huge malfunction. One, even the Evansville Police Department guys that were there doing the instructing at the firearms range, they were just, said they've never seen that in their life, ever. luckily it didn't explode anything.
Yeah.
There probably was no powder in it. The primer probably is all that was in it, and that was enough to push the bullet into the barrel, because if there was any powder in it, it should have pushed it out the barrel. Chances are it was just the primer, there was no powder in that round.
Yeah. But anyways, it's gotten over, we just got by with that.
We were lucky.
Forward, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, you get down to that was our newest.
Check out the
Years old. So
Then the ammo company should pay for any loss.
I'm reaching out to them, we'll see what happens. I'm assuming most of the time when I reach out to those large companies, they send me over to their attorneys and they say, send us a letter and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
And we never hear back, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's all I have, sorry.
That's a bad one. No, thank you.
Thanks, keeping us up to date.
That's scary. Down here at Off-Road, 2 places
No,
or
we're
one?
gonna check the top box over there that says that they
Is-
are substantial.
Here, I know where I filled out.
Oh,
Well, look,
well, look at.
look at you, just right here.
Yes.
Sign. And that's the only one?
I just can't remember the back.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for making me have to be responsible. Thanks.
I'll get the original back to you.
You're the one that went out Saturday night, I did.
Yes, sir. Oh, 94, 95.
So are you betting against us tonight, Mike? So you got your shirt on?
I'm sorry.
Are you betting against us tonight since you got your shirt on?
No, a Big Ten team hasn't won in 24 years. I'm ready for a Big Ten
That was
team to win.
Michigan, wasn't it?
Michigan State.
Terrifying.
Michigan State.
2000, they won in 2000. They won in
Of course.
1979 too, when Magic was there, so.
Yeah. Indiana State should have won that year. Indiana State should have won that year.
None, not in the county.
But then again, I like the way Larry
is
having fun with that commercial.
Yeah,
motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
I have a first and second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Let be known, we're done
So
for the
there
evening.
is no, this
Boiler up, right?
Right.
is in a bad place with that too. Those are our two
You're right, that game's on for
really
another
bad.
hour.
I know, now we gotta stay awake.
Dilapidated.
Could be worse, could be